you that you've seen a picture of this little guy on the internet while searching cute critters or just looking at animals in general. But do you know anything about this little critter? This is the aye-aye, and they are native to Madagascar, but they're not found anywhere else. The aye-aye are cute little critters that are omnivores. They are also mammals. They eat bugs. They live in trees, and sadly, they are endangered, and they are surrounded by superstitions. The Dabutonia madagascariensis, otherwise known as the aye-aye, may not look like primates at first, but they are very closely related to chimpanzees, apes, lemurs, and humans. The aye-aye are above-land creatures that do not like touching the land at all. They prefer to live in treetop canopies. They are mammals, that means they give birth to their young. They are slate gray or brown with white specks, from the long guard hairs. Their face is paler than the rest of their bodies. Their ears are very large, and they have yellow-orange eyes. Their hands, the hands of the aye-aye are very distinctive. They are very elongated and very thin. They're so thin that they look like they are just skin and bone. And the middle finger is the absolute longest. And they have a very bushy tail. In the wild, the infants are weaned as early as 7 months, and but if they're in captivity, they will continue to nurse as long as they are remained house with their mothers. They are omnivores, so they like to eat a variety of things, including the interior of ramie nuts, the nectar from traveler palm trees, some fungi, insect grubs, coconut, and they've also been seen eating leeches and mangoes. They do eat insect larvae that dwell inside dead or living trees. The way that they do that is they use their hand and they use their middle finger, which is their long one. It's their most sensitive part of their body. They walk along the tree branches and they sit there and tap it until it's hollow. And then as soon as it's hollow, or they can tell that there is an insect there, they dig into it and eat it as quick as they can with their snout. It's very interesting to watch. They like to avoid being on the ground as much as possible. They prefer to live up in the trees and the canopies. The aye-aye spend their lives in the rainforest trees and avoid coming down to earth altogether. They spend their days curled up like a ball in a nest of leaves and branches. The aye-aye also sleep in elaborate tree nests during the day with different animals in the same nest on different days. I'll get into that in a minute. The home life for the aye-ayes is very interesting. They're nomenclatural, I can't say that word, sorry. They're solitary foragers who spend up to about 80% of the night feeding and traveling throughout the canopies. A male territory may overlap with several different male territories, and they will be hostile towards each other. The females will not, and I cannot stress that enough. I've read this on like 8 different websites. Their nest will not overlap with other females at all, but they will absolutely always overlap with 1 to 5 males. The wild aye-aye spend most of their lives alone. The only social interaction that occur during courtship, and when an infant is dependent upon its mother. The aye-aye is a species that does need our help. There's a couple superstitions that surrounded the aye-aye that was really bad for their numbers, but now there are laws that protect them, but they're still in danger. The aye-ayes are endangered due to a habitat deconstruction and fragmentation, and some people have started killing aye-ayes for food. You can help by adopting an aye-aye. You can consider symbolically adopting a young female aye-aye through the DLC Adopt a Lemur program, and adoption packages start at $50. You can also send an aye-aye a present. You can send special treats like coconuts to the DLC aye-ayes, as well as raw materials for them to construct special enrichment activities to keep them happy and healthy. Now, the superstitions that surrounded them. Many people native to Madagascar believe the aye-aye is an omen of ill luck. Every time they saw one, something bad would happen, so they started killing them every time they saw them. Well, that kind of led to a really big decline in population. So now there's a lot of laws that protect against that, but it still does happen. If a native sees an aye-aye, they will grab it out of the tree and they will kill it. Hunting and habitat deconstruction have put the aye-aye population into deep risk. But there are different ways that you can help, as I mentioned earlier, by adopting one or sending them packages. So in conclusion, the aye-aye are a cute little animal that you're likely to never encounter in your life, but they are still in danger and they really do need our help. Tonight I've told you about the aye-aye species. I've told you about their diets. I've explained to you how they survive, how they travel around. I've told you how they help, how we can help protect them. And I've let you know some general information about a little critter that you probably have never heard about before. It's unlikely that you'll ever see one in your lifetime, but it really is important. They really are important animals in our environment. Tonight I used nationalgeographic.com, lemur.duke.edu, archive.org, merriam-webster.com, and penprimatewist.edu. Thank you.